I'm all set. Take it away.
Hi, welcome to Whiskey is a Journey. I'm Mary Bridget Fasciano.
And I'm Peter Fasciano.
And this is our Wednesday series called Sip It or Skip It. This is where we spin the wheel that has all of his whiskeys randomized on his phone. We pull it off the shelf. We give it a little pour. We smell it.
Sniff it.
Sniff it. Nose it. And taste it and tell you if we like it and would keep sipping on the bottle once it's gone and replace it with another, or if we would decide to skip it and replace that bottle with something else once it's gone.
Perfect. Couldn't have done it better myself.
It wasn't quite perfect, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better all the time.
Spin that wheel.
All right.
I get not anxiety, but
I know
really
you do. You get
I'm
like,
what is it going to select?
I like when all of a sudden it like I spin it and there are names that I recognize that. Bum, 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 bum. Horse Soldier Reserve.
Okay. This is a coincidence because what I ended up doing on Memorial Day, I went over all of the Horse Soldier bottles. In fact, they're still right here because before Mary Bridget came over to do this episode, I was right in the middle of shooting the Monday Horse Soldier Memorial Day flight. So this is the Horse Soldier Reserve.
Interesting. So I will get to taste it and tell you what I think, and you just did it, and so you already have recent knowledge of it and your opinion on it.
Yep. So here is the deal.
Are they bourbons?
They are bourbons.
Yay.
So Horse Soldier, and I mentioned this in the Memorial Day video, there's a little bit of a branding issue with them. I do believe they started out in St. Petersburg, Florida, with the American Freedom Distillery. They sourced or contract distilled with Middle West. I think it's Middle West Spirits in Ohio. And then the newer version of this says that it is handmade.
Handmade and bottled by Horse Soldier Bourbon in Bardstown, Kentucky.
Bardstown, Kentucky?
Bardstown, Kentucky. Distilled in Ohio.
So again, I am not an expert. Let me know in the comments down below if they still have the American Freedom Distillery going in St. Petersburg, Florida, or if they have now moved over to Kentucky. And I believe they're in the process of building Horse Soldier Farms and Horse Soldier Distillery. It's all still confusing to me, but the information for this bourbon is right here, along with my sip it or skip it tallies up to this point. I am not going to do the older version. I'm going to do the most current version.
Excellent. I have to say, I do like the contrast of the metal on the glass.
I do too.
Yeah.
And one thing that I didn't mention in my Memorial Day video is they took steel from the World Trade Center and used some of that steel in their bottle mold. So when they say forged in fire in the bottle, they truly mean forged from fire because they actually used the steel, some of the steel from the World Trade Center.
Wow.
And the Horse Soldier, for my sister, the Horse Soldiers were a unit that went into Afghanistan right after 9/11.
Oh, I just poured you a lot.
They were dropped in the north, and they didn't have vehicles, so the Afghans gave them horses, and they carried out their missions on horseback. So to commemorate them, they're called the Horse Soldiers. I am going to be very interested to see what you get out of this.
Yeah, it smells dusty again.
And it's a weeded bourbon, not a weeded whiskey, but it's a weeded bourbon.
Yeah, I'm just getting dust again.
Okay. You've been doing a lot of gardening lately.
Yes, I have.
Are you getting any stems, green stems, floral notes?
Oh.
Like cut flowers, cut stems?
Yeah, maybe.
Power of suggestion, maybe.
I know. But once you say that, yeah. I started experimenting with the cut flower garden. And I wasn't given the notice on succession planting, and so I planted all of my sunflowers at once, and within 2 weeks, all of my sunflowers bloomed at the same time.
I'm gonna insert a picture right here.
And my house looks like it's like a florist shop. I have sunflowers everywhere. It's beautiful, but in another week I won't have any sunflowers at all. This year was a learning. It was my learning year, trying to grow a cut flower garden in Phoenix during the summer.
All right. Any other notes before I jump in?
A little bit of maple.
Okay.
Do you get maple?
Nope. It's not saying that it's wrong. I mean, that's what you get. I get a lot of
vanilla.
I get a lot of cut grass. I think I don't know if I cut this out of the Memorial Day video or not. You go into, I don't know if it was Roblex or Jamba Juice or Smoothie King. Mm-hmm. On top of their machine, they had the grass.
Yes, it's wheatgrass.
Is that what it's called? Wheatgrass?
Yeah, I think so.
And they drop it in there and they get the liquid and you do a shot.
You do a shot of wheatgrass.
That's what I get. I get that strong green grass
yeah.
note.
Huh.
With vanilla.
Right, yeah. I think sometimes I have a difficult time distinguishing the difference between a vanilla scent and a maple scent, which is odd because I like both of them and they are distinctly different. But sometimes when I smell them in here, mm-hmm. I think what I'm smelling initially is maple, but really it's actually vanilla.
A lot of people say that same thing about Jack Daniels. They're saying that there's like a strong banana note in Jack Daniels. And then there are other people that are like, I don't get banana, but I get maple. And I think people confuse different scents. And I think vanilla, maple, and maybe banana are those things that are just
kind of similar.
You can say all three: vanilla, banana, maple.
Yeah. Okay, let's
all right.
give this a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers. Did you look at me? I didn't see your eyes.
I did.
Or maybe I just did.
Cheers.
Isn't that from a movie?
I don't know. All right. Let's get this thing on the palate. Woo! Wow. Well, what do you think of that?
I want to hear what you have to say first.
This is, number one, it's proofy. It's strong. And it is straight up taking all of the grass shavings out of a lawnmower bag and just chomping on it. And then taking a dash of vanilla along with it. That is grassy, floral, with vanilla sweetness, with a lot of proof. Are you going to say that you love this?
I do.
Wow.
There is I don't know. It's just so different. There's something about this that...
It is different.
That I was like, oh, I think I like that.
Nice. Really, you like this, huh?
I think so.
So I think I also said this in the other video as well. Four Roses comes across to me as very floral. And I think I am starting to realize that that particular note of florality, I do not like in whiskey. Whether it's Scotch, bourbon, or a wheat whiskey, I am not a fan of floral. But I'm glad that you like it, especially that much, that kind of reaction. It's completely different. And that just goes to show you everybody's palate
is different. I'm excited to taste this again to see what I think of the second sip, because that, you know how that first one was just, it's like, what was that? I haven't ever tasted anything like that before. I think I like that.
That's
but
awesome.
then I have to take another taste to see, did I really like that, or was it just the shock of that I've never tasted anything like it?
I'm getting maple. Power of suggestion. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. It is.
That's just straight up grass.
It is grass, but I like it.
That's herbal. That's grassy.
Yeah.
That's hay.
But it's not flowery. It's not like, it doesn't taste like a flower. It tastes like grass. It reminds me of somebody mowing a lawn. Like, maybe that's why I like it, because I like the smell of fresh mowed lawns.
Yeah, I definitely love the smell of fresh cut grass. I just don't want that fresh cut grass in my mouth. That's like, like walking along with the lawnmower and just having it thrown right in your mouth. All right, are we ready for a sip or a skip?
I am.
All right, take it away.
Surprisingly enough, if I tasted this in a bar and somebody said, would you add this to your new whiskey collection that you're starting, I would say yes. I totally would.
I totally would not. I really don't. And again, for those reasons that I had already given, I am not a fan of floral. And this is just completely floral, herbal, grassy, with maple and vanilla. So it is a skip for me.
Okay. I think last week a sip for me also and a skip for you. Is this 2 sips for me in a row
Yep.
and 2 skips?
Yep, she's building her collection.
I know, I am building my collection. And it's things that he doesn't like, so he's not going to come over and drink my collection.
I'll bring my own bottles. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that you like these two.
Yeah, and I'm excited that I'm actually starting to be able to pick out some notes too. Like on those last 2, I was like, that's dust.
I think you're pretty good at pulling these notes out. And
Yeah?
I've noticed a progression of you developing your palate. I think it's absolutely wonderful.
Well, that's what happens along your journey,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's what's supposed to happen.
So-
would you still call? I'm still a new whiskey drinker.
Well, even if you're 25 years in, I
You're
think
still
you
a
can
new-
still
yeah.
consider yourself new, kind of like teaching. I mean, I've been teaching for 30 years, and every year that I teach, I consider myself a new teacher because I get a new batch of kids every year, and you never know what you're going to get. And I think it's the same
thing with whiskey when you open a bottle. Yeah.
You can go back to your own, standard procedures, but especially how you go about tasting. But each bottle is different. Even though I said this before, the range of whiskey notes that you can give, I think, is very narrow, but it has everything to do with the intensity of each of those individual flavors that distinguishes the difference between each bottle. And I think that's what gets people into the whiskey
Yeah.
realm, because each bottle tastes so different, although they taste relatively the same, if that makes sense. You're going to go with that?
I'm going to go with that.
They taste the same.
No,
with
I
different-
get. No, I
Yeah.
totally. I get
They
what
taste
you're
the same
saying.
with different intensities of the
Same thing
notes.
with wine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like you can have a Cabernet that tastes one way and a Cabernet that also tastes completely different. You can have a bourbon. I always compare everything to wine. I'm sorry, because that was what I drank mostly. Same thing. You can have like a very fruity Pinot. You can have a very woody Pinot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just kind of all depends. They taste different, but it's still a Pinot. I mean, it's still a. What is this? What are we drinking? A bourbon?
A bourbon.
A bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, we ready to wrap this up?
Grassy bourbon
Yeah.
that I like.
Yeah, it's good. Ready
Oh,
to wrap up?
yes. I was
All
gonna
right.
drink again. Sorry.
So if you made it this far, same as the other
Good for you.
the other videos, I have 2 giveaways going on at the same time. If you are interested in
Does it taste as
I'm cutting that
still
out.
grassy out up on the burp back?
that was all grass. If you're interested in supporting the channel and you would like to have an opportunity of winning 6 2-ounce samples of anything that I have reviewed in June or anything that I have reviewed in May, you can go back to my May videos and do a contribution of $5 or any increment of $5, and that will get you 1 entry for every $5 into my May giveaway, which I believe I have to take a look at the calendar. My May giveaway is over on the 26th, and I'm going to announce the winner on the 28th of June. So all of the rules to the giveaway are in the description below. And with that, wherever you are at in your journey, I hope you enjoy it, and we've got to do something for Tony.
Yes, Tony. Because we just filmed 4 videos in a row, we are going our leftovers. We're gonna mix them up and do a nice blend and see what we think. Okay.
Okay.
Can I do this?
Yep.
So just a little bit of each?
Yeah, just a little bit of each will work. Perfect. And we've lost track of what was in each glass, but this
3.
blend is of all of our Sip It or Skip It's
1, 2, 3.
in June.
In June.
Yeah, the Egan's Conviction is actually
1,
pretty
2,
crisp.
3. All right.
So those are the 4.
Was it this one right here? This is the blend.
Right here. Right there.
Now would you? Oh, there it is.
There
It's
it is.
hidden
Let's
behind this
scoot
one.
those over there. Keep them in camera. If
This
you
is
can.
excited. I have never done a blend before. I mean, I've done it with wine, obviously, but you're like laughing.
No, let us know in the comments
comments.
down below what you think this blend is going to be like. Is it going to be good or is it going to be crap?
What?
Do you want to give them like nosing notes?
Oh, sorry.
What do you got? What do you got?
What do you got?
And this is going to drive me crazy. I'm going to get rid of these.
This is flowery.
Anything else other than floral or flowers?
The proof seems high. I get some vanilla. I got vanilla and flowers. See what you got.
I get ethanol.
Which what I said, it was the proofy, right? That's the ethanol.
Yep. Vanilla. I get ethanol and vanilla.
You don't get the flowers?
I don't. Which is surprising because because the horse soldier.
I didn't think the horse soldier was flowery. I thought it was grassy. I didn't smell flowers. It wasn't floral. It was, okay. Am I tasting this
I got
first?
vanilla and ethanol.
Yeah, it's definitely it's like opening up a bottle of vanilla that you make chocolate chip cookies with that has a little bit of alcohol in it. That's what it smells like. Okay.
I think you got a little bit of your breath in here.
What? Is that bad? I should have whiskey breath by now.
It tastes like a bourbon.
Yeah. I mean, it's not horrible.
I think this is better than the horse soldier on its own.
Really?
Yes. Actually, that's not bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
I could drink that. Yeah, those four together,
Yeah.
not bad at all. That would be a blend that I think would work. That's interesting. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
That's actually pretty damn good. Yeah. There's a little bit of combination of everything. We've got 4 grain here. We've got a complete, like a wheat bourbon or a wheat whiskey here. We've got an Irish, and I'm not sure still if this is a single pot still or a blended Irish. But yeah, we've got a good combination of a bunch of stuff, and that was good.
Yeah.
So that was for you, Tony. I hope you enjoyed this, and for everybody else, wherever you're at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it. And
Because we are enjoying ours.
we are enjoying it. And I
And
think
it's better together.
yeah, it's always better together. So hopefully we're back from California as winners from the KCBS barbecue events that we were in.
Yes.
I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or the previous one, but Ribbing One Out is the team name. And we went to Brews and Q Festival in Riverside and participated in Ribs and Chicken, just a backyard event. And then we went to Temecula and we did a 4-meat challenge. We did the ribs, chicken, brisket and pork. And that was the Ignite Festival. So I'll let you guys know how we did in the comments down below.
If you get a trophy.
Oh, if I get a trophy.
You're going to have to,
yeah.
the trophy's going to have to be shown on the next video.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll either have the trophy or not prior to this video. So it'll be another video that I produce or have in June.
Okay.
So maybe I'll put it in the background and maybe have my brother-in-law John on.
And my husband and join us. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right.
I think we rambled long enough.
We're good at rambling.
Thanks for this month. That was awesome.
And last month.
Yeah,
You're
and
welcome.
last month.
We may have to do July as well. July is my birthday month.
July 2nd.
So, well, and June is his birthday
June
month.
12th. Did we
June
do a
12th
video
was
in
his
June?
birthday. Did you do a video on June 12th on your
Sip It
birthday?
and Skip It. That was our second one.
Oh, man.
I should have just had the calendar out in front. We're rambling.
We should-
We'll let you guys go. We'll see you next month.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, you should have had the calendar out. We could have done a birthday thing.
June 12th. That was the second Sip It or Skip It. So that was the connection.
That was that one.
This one. Yeah. So happy birthday to me. Belated.
Aw.
All right. We'll see you guys next month.
And it would have been perfect because we're Irish twins now.
Oh, that's right. Both 54.
We're both 54. We're Irish twins until July.
And an Irish whiskey. Tell you.
We need to be more organized.
We do. I need, it's my channel. All right. We'll see you guys later.